Lewis Hamilton, the incredible Michael Schumacher record Mercedes can break this year. The F1 season begins on Sunday with the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne. And Hamilton is going for his 6th Drivers' Championship, and will be second on the all-time champions list behind Schumacher if successful. But this season, his Mercedes team has the chance to become the most successful team of all time. If Hamilton or Valtteri Bottas wins the Drivers' Championship and Mercedes wins the Constructors' Championship, they will complete a historic 6th consecutive double. Ferrari came closest between 2000 and 2004 when they won 5 straight titles, but were unable to achieve a 6th as Fernando Alonso took the 2005 crown. Hamilton's former teammate, and the only person other than him to win a world championship in the last 5 years, Nico Rosberg, believes that the Brit has what it takes to be better than the 7-time champ. Lewis probably has a bit more natural talent than Michael, he told Automotor and Sport. Lewis has one of the greatest natural talents our sport has ever seen, so he makes the difference. In terms of work ethic, Schumacher was something else. Things come very easily to Lewis naturally. Michael was the complete package. Hamilton, 34, made a strong start to his title defense as he set the fastest lap in Friday's first practice session. The reigning world champion put in a 1.23.599, just 0.038 seconds ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Ferrari are expected to be strong this year, given their impressive results in the winter testing period. And in Friday's first testing session, their 2 drivers were right up with Hamilton at the top of the leaderboard. Sebastian Vettel came in second, while Charles Leclerc was just 0.036 seconds behind him in third. Next news: Mercedes ready for big fight with Red Bull Honda. Such has been Honda's improvement over the winter that Toto Wolff says Mercedes need to be prepared for a big fight with Red Bull Racing. While his teammate Pierre Gasly's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix was undone by a bad strategy call, Max Verstappen qualified his RB15 in 4th place in Melbourne. The Dutchman's best time put him 0.8s off the pace set by pole sitter Lewis Hamilton and was only a 10th shy of Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel. Wolff says it is a clear sign that Honda have made a huge step forward. The Mercedes motorsport boss told Autosport, "I felt that Honda has certainly made a huge step forward. If you look at the speed trace, it looks a very different Red Bull than before. They're very fast on the straights and that's good to see. We want them in the mix and we want to have a big fight." Max was driving the car in a spectacular way again and really squeezed every 10th out of the car. If they are in the mix with Ferrari, and maybe some others, it's just what the sport needs. We embraced the challenge. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner was happy with his team's performance on Saturday. "The surprising thing for everybody is how quick Mercedes are, even to themselves," he said. "I think they're a little shocked. Now, whether that's unique to here, across a variance of circuits we'll get to see." Next news: Magnussen, crazy to think other cars are faster. Kevin Magnussen qualified his Haas in 7th place for Sunday's Australian GP, and reckons it is crazy to think that other cars are faster than his Haas. The Danish driver will line up 7th in Melbourne, 1 place behind his teammate Romain Grosjean as Haas finished qualifying best of the rest. But while Magnussen's 1:22.099 was a good time, it was 1.613s slower than pole sitter Lewis Hamilton's best. "I think, generally, all the cars are stronger than last year," Magnussen said. "It's a very good car and it's crazy to think that there are other cars that are faster than this. It feels very, very, very fast. Pace aside, Magnussen wasn't happy with his final hot lap, saying there was more in the Haas than what his time suggests. "It was a shit lap," he said. "I think the car, I didn't get it at all out of it, what I should have. I made a big mistake in Q1, which meant I had to use another set to get through, and then it means you only have one set for Q3, which is crazy because we should have been so easily through on just one set in Q1. So that was my bad. Then you do a lap and you only have one shot in Q3, and that wasn't too pretty, so I think the car is pretty good." Very happy with the starting point and the car the team has given to start the season. It's hard to say how much time was lost, but I think a couple of tenths, easily. I braked too late into turn 6 and luckily the car has good grip, so just turn in anyway and get back on the power, but I lost quite a lot of time there. Sector 3 was good though, made some time back. Next news: Hamilton delighted with shock qualifying pace. Lewis Hamilton said the pace of his Mercedes was a real shock after he stormed his way to a 6th straight pole in Melbourne. That result also secured his 8th pole overall at the circuit, moving the 5-time champ level with the achievements of Michael Schumacher in Japan, and Ayrton Senna's pole record in San Marino. A rejuvenated Valtteri Bottas provided Hamilton's only challenge for pole, with both drivers trading new one-lap records at Albert Park, leaving the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel a staggering 6/10 adrift in P3. Speaking via Motorsport Week, Hamilton said, "We went back to factory, after testing, knew we had work to do. I felt good, we had a decent package to work with, but aware we were behind. They showed us the summary of how testing went, we were behind Ferrari. From then until now, we haven't changed the car, but we've understood the car more. We haven't brought upgrades, but as I said, the last couple of days we felt good at the track. Yesterday, Ferrari were with us. We were heavy on fuel, and then when we dropped fuel we were on par in terms of performance. Then all of a sudden, they lost some performance, this morning, which is not what I was expecting. It was a real shock. It's a difficult circuit and it's dusty, it could be a number of things. I'm grateful where our car is, but I know Ferrari will be pushing hard and progressing in the coming days." Hamilton credited a lot of the blistering pace to his teammate Bottas, who forced him to find something special to snatch pole from the Finn. "The second lap was definitely a lot better than the first, which is not always the case," Hamilton explained. "The first lap I made a mistake, which is unusual for me. Okay, I brushed it off and kept moving. This couldn't be a better way to start the year. Valtteri was doing some incredible laps out there, so I had to pull out something special at the end to stay ahead." Hamilton's shock also spread to Bottas, who joins his teammate on the front row of Sunday's grid. "I'm a little bit blown away by the team performance we had today," Bottas said. "Yesterday it was looking good, but it was only practice. Today it was the first sessions of the year that really counted, and I don't think anyone in the team could imagine we would be in this position after the testing we had. But everyone in the team has been working so hard, and that made this possible. This is only one session, tomorrow is the main day." Next news: Vettel, Ferrari car felt better in pre-season testing. Sebastian Vettel was certainly surprised with Mercedes' dominance in qualifying, as he had to settle for a P3 start in Australia. Ferrari were the team to beat according to many after pre-season testing, but Lewis Hamilton followed up a practice hat-trick with an historic 8th pole position at the Albert Park circuit in the season opener. The Scuderia were a distant 7/10 off the pace in Q3, leaving Vettel in a state of shock. "I am certainly surprised, I think everybody is, probably even themselves," Vettel said after qualifying. "I think yesterday we didn't have a good day, and today felt better. But in terms of gap and pace it was very similar. For sure there is some homework for us to do to understand. I still think we have a great car. We should be better than this, so I am looking forward to tomorrow." Vettel then conceded that the SF90 felt better in Barcelona testing than it has done so far in Australia. "We have probably something like 10-15 degrees more ambient temperature, a hotter track, and different circuit, so overall different conditions," he said. "But the car felt really good in testing and probably around here this weekend. So far it didn't feel as good yet. Yesterday was a difficult day for us, it was tricky. Today felt a bit better, but there is not an awful lot of time to try different things. You have to get on with it, sessions come fast, especially in qualifying you can't change much, if anything you get a better understanding of where you are losing out or where it feels uncomfortable." "For us there is a bit of a margin, but certainly the gap is there today and was a surprise, we didn't expect it coming here. But now it is that way and we focus on tomorrow and don't worry about the gap now." Vettel went on to say that it is the corners that are proving troublesome for Ferrari. "I don't think the straight line is a problem as we are quite competitive down the straights, we are just losing in the corners," he added. "There are 16 corners around here and I think it is fairly evenly spread." "Probably by the looks of it, and so far it was more the lower and medium stuff, rather than the high speed, which also speaks for a strong car in general. I haven't got the balance yet that maybe I would like to have in the lower speed, and not the confidence and trust which again around here can make a big difference." Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.